Her whole identity is based around being like a legit incel. It's because she doesn't want...
She said she's gone to bed with people.
Yeah, but she hasn't got like relationships with people.
That's not what that is.
Well, that's how she defines it. Are you gonna go against herself?
Fucking bullshit then.
Her self-identity. Oh, okay. Are trans people bullshit? Is their self-identity not valid, Wiz?
It's Pride Month. I can't answer. The Pride squads will be on me.
So happy that I have started speed dating and that I have gone to these speed dating events.
Speed dating isn't meeting multiple people. It's just dating on cocaine. Did you know that?
Yeah, I mean that's just me on Ritalin, dude. That's just me swiping super fast when I'm on meth. I take my pill in the morning. All right, I snort it so that it hits faster. And then I just go just swiping.
Looks like you're
4,000 profiles an hour. Yeah, basically the same thing. Yeah. What do you think the other hand's doing? I am quite interested in looking at Kidology's understanding of why everything has gone fucky bad for male-female relations. Now this is a female incel. She claims that she's an incel. Whether she gets mad, I guess, that she's like that people say that she can't be an incel because she's a woman. So she's the largest and strongest advocate for female inceldom, I think, on the internet. Let's find out more. It's too loud.
Now, I've learned a lot in the past 2 months of serially speed dating. All I see among disgruntled incels, femcels, and people in general on the internet is how terrible dating is. And more so than often, those references and those reference points are to their experiences on dating apps and online dating. There's such an over-reliance on dating apps, especially since the pandemic. And I don't feel people have really gotten over that over-reliance. But in the same vein, people are more open about being dissatisfied with dating apps. And for most people, online dating is proving either counterproductive, addictive, or just plain unhealthy. And it really isn't getting us to what the majority of people really want. To meaningful connections, to meaningful intimacy, weird. And
what, the one she's holding?
It's like she's like picked up a little fluff ball and a fork.
Well, I mean, she just put a pom-pom on like a regular, lavalier. I don't know, all these YouTubers are doing this fucking thing. Maybe, should we be doing this? It makes you look more legit. It makes you look less like bought and paid for by like a big studio. Brett Cooper wouldn't hold a mic.
Little makeup brush.
Brett Cooper wouldn't hold a mic, right? Like that's the difference. You have to. It makes you look like you're just talking. Say it looks like you're like it's like that Black Mirror episode where the guy holds a knife to his throat. That's what they're doing. That's what they're invoking. They're doing this. I bet Smug watched that, Tom Nicholas. Yes, that is exactly what I was referring to. Thank you, Ed. I'm glad that you also appreciate Tom Nicholas, the only good English video essayist, the only one.
Whoa.
And happens to be a white man. Curious. Trans L's, trans L's
English
again,
and good videos?
Again.
No.
The trans community collapsing once more. Bad English video essayists. It can't be. Philosophy tube. Garbage. Garbage. Yeah. Terrible. Yep.
Finding love. There's clearly a mismatch between what online dating provides and what we desire. And I was curious as to alternative forms of modern dating that could bridge that gap between what is on offer and what we desire. I guess the main question...
I want footage of her speed dating. Do we not get any of it? Fuck. Whatever.
That I wanted to just answer for myself.
Did she go speed dating?
I think so.
How do you actually go on a date with somebody or ask somebody on a date off of dating apps or off of Instagram in this day and age? But just before we get into that, I'd like to give a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Bellessa. And I'm so thrilled to be...
No, dildo dodge. Okay, we're fine.
Eisen says, what about H Bomber? He's not a video essayist, he's an assassin. Killed that guy.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he's just he's like the final form of online cancellation. He is actually just a hitman.
He'll just kill you.
Yeah.
In a post-Me Too digitalized age where workplace romances are no longer a thing, where we are reckoning with the main places where we meet people and form intimate relationships with people, whether that is actually possible. Can we do it?
The whole workplace romance thing is so crazy because like it really does demonstrate how reliant society was on coercion as a means of building relationships between men and women. Isn't that crazy? Like,
But it still exists. It's become its own little thing, though. It's become work wife and work husband and work blah, 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 blah.
No,
and they're just having affairs, but really they're just poly.
Well, but there's like there are people who did like surveys of like old people, like 60, 70-year-olds, for like how they met each other, and the majority were like in really weird like coercive ways. It's basically like the mechanism by which relationships used to form was heavily reliant on economic coercion. And obviously we know this more historically, right? Like, men would just like grab a pretty young thing and she's your wife now, and she didn't really have much of a choice. It really only her dad could stop anything bad from happening. But in like the 50s, 60s, 70s, it was literally the same shit of like, yeah, just economically coerce a woman into giving you a shot, and then maybe a relationship will emerge out of that isn't horrific. But the opener is always like catastrophic. It's always fucking weird.
What I will say,
management.
I never knew anyone who like worked together became a relationship thing until I moved to London, and they would like tell me like, oh, my parents met because they worked together, and I was like, what? Well, I don't know anyone in my life whose parents met that way.
Well, in a big city, I think that's more common, right? Because you've got fewer connections
jobs
outside of exactly. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
My dad was my mum's lawyer because she kept getting arrested at protests. Whoa.
That should have been on the 129 lists. Get arrested at a protest.
Seduce your lawyer. Meet handsome elderly bachelor lawyers. Fire petrol bombing the government.
Yeah. Yeah. Burn down the post office.
Arson's a wonderful way to meet men. Maybe even police officers.
Can we actually do it, or are we doomed to inevitably having to settle for online dating in all its precarity? And I say secondly, I had my personal reasons. I live alone, I work alone, I spend all of my time alone. Oh, and just to add, I know my American viewers get confused with this when I say I live alone. I live in like a shared house with people, but we all have our own rooms. So I do live alone. In the UK, shared housing is the most popular form of housing for young people.
That's not living alone. What the fuck? What do you
it is to her. You gotta cope. You gotta cope a little bit. Yeah, I've got my own place. Shared housing.
Yeah, but
it's just London or cope.
That's insane. That makes no sense. She's got roommates she could hang out with.
Everyone says that. Everyone says that. Oh yeah, I live alone, and they have like 5. It's because they don't like them. That's the difference. If you don't like your housemates, you live alone.
You should like your housemates. You should like. I know that sometimes you end up unlucky, but for the most part, I don't trust people who don't like their housemates. I think you can make it work most of the time. Not that many people.
Bro, I've had some horrendous flatmates in my time that it's like impossible to like.
Fuck them anyway.
I had a flatmate who used to like fart all the time and did really stinky poos in the bathroom. And then after finishing uni, despite not being Jewish or Israeli, joined the IDF because he believed in the cause.
He should have gone vegan. Makes you less stinky.
We destroy that toilet, dude. I was always having to unclog it because he wouldn't do it either.
Jesus
he refused to clean the bathroom. It was awful.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, 1 second.
And increasingly for most people, because the housing market is just terrible. So yes, I live alone, but I do live in a shared house. And because of this, I have to find alternative means to meet people and to make new friends. I think there's a very important and difficult transition from saying I'm lonely to actually doing something about it. For instance, volunteering, joining new groups, meeting up with new groups, finding new hobbies. And I think one of the most difficult things that we have to reckon with is when we have to take time out of our leisure time, the time that we have to recuperate from our work, from the outside world, from social stress and anxiety. We take that very precious time to ourselves in order to put ourselves into uncomfortable and awkward situations and new, very vulnerable situations with no guarantee of a positive outcome or success. And so that's why I tried speed dating. I wanted to turn that I'm lonely into actually doing something concrete about it. And I must say that that was very, very difficult. But now I want to share with you the positives of speed dating and why I think you need to try speed dating if you have given up on dating apps, if you are disillusioned by dating apps, if you are
I live alone explains not living alone. Yeah, I live alone in this pond right now. I'm alone. This is I've got one really shitty roommate. You would not believe it.
disillusioned by dating in general, I would implore you to try speed dating at least a couple of times. Because even though I've gone on a minimum of 100 speed dates, I have only gotten 2 matches and they haven't gone anywhere. I can make a video about that as well if you like. Let me know in the comments again.
Okay, all right, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna look. Kidology makes me sexist, okay, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. Wait, I just apologized for it. Fuck. God damn it, she got me. She got me.
To be fair, and this is no shade, but she seems like the type of person where she would only have like 2% of people be like, yeah, let's go for the next date. Like, she's not like, I think that's the case for like most people like us. Anyone that does streaming is going to be like so weird that only 2% of the population is going to resonate, right?
No, what are you talking about? I have an incredible success rate. I'm the one who filters.
Yeah, but think about it in the grand scale of things, right? If you went on 100 first dates, right?
Yeah.
How many of those do you think you're actually going to match with and be fully successful with?
I don't even think you
blind dates. It's not like you select. There's no selection process. This is blind first dates.
Okay. Well,
there's no Tinder selection, no swiping, no meeting them on apps that are open to your type of person.
Listen, I'm not gonna apologize. Okay. I think I would get like 85% would want a second date.
Random blind dates? Are you kidding me?
Yes, dude. I impress normies.
Almost 90% of people don't want to talk to you a second time. You're an acquired taste, buddy. We all are.
No, I impress normies for a fucking living. What are you talking about? If I turn it on, I do great. I literally get paid to do this.
Going on dates is a different whole other thing.
Yes,
this is like
I know,
you sit down
dude.
for 10 minutes.
It's so easy.
You have 10 minutes with the person.
It's so easy, dude. Bro, I feel like you know this. What are you talking about? You have the same thing. You're good at mind fucking normies in the exact same way I am.
I am, but I'm still like self-aware enough to know that only 2% would want to like go and actually pursue a date.
That's madness.
Right?
That's not my experience at all. It's so easy to work normies. How are you this wrong? Bro. This is insane. First of all, you're like 1.5 points higher on the attractiveness scale than I am. So you should be picking up a higher percentage than me. Easy, okay? Secondly, we both have this. Oh, it's because of your fucking toys. That's why. It's because you just don't talk about the fucking.
No, I'm talking about blind dates. I think if you selected the dates, you do well. However, there's absolutely no selection process.
God.
It is. What if it's like an age range of like
is this how we find
18
out?
to like
is this
40,
how we find out?
dude?
He has no riz. He just coasts off his pretty face. Oh my god, he's been living in a bubble the whole time. Oh, I fell for it. I thought he was smart. Oh no, wait, he's a man. He's an unemployed man that plays with toys. Oh, Olive, he got us! He tricked us just because he's pretty! God damn it, I hate pretty privilege so much!
Okay.
Oh.
How would you explain what happened to Kid over here then, right?
I think she's unpleasant and bad at appealing to people and deliberately tries not to appeal to people to reinforce her internal state about the world. I think she's one of these people that reinforces her own misery and then speaks very rationally about all the ways in which that misery is guaranteed, but I think she is stuck in a cycle of her own cope and creating her own misery. That's my thought. I think she self-sabotages everything. I think in her head, I think she sits down with a guy and she talks about stuff and she's like...
That goes to my point. Even if she does that, that's what I mean. She's so weird that only 2% are going to be into her, right?
Yes, but she's the autistic kind of weird that refuses to or fails to hide their weirdness. I'm very good at appealing to normies. I just dial back my schizo by 80% and they see me as...
You shouldn't do that. That's a bad thing to do.
But I don't
I'm being realistic. If you go on a blind date and you are yourself...
You're asking me...
If you are yourself...
Oh my god.
Right,
oh my god.
I'm not asking you to lie to people. If you went on a blind date with someone and you were authentically smugbug, you didn't put on the guise, you didn't put on the, I'm in a meeting, I'm going to charm this person. You were authentically smugbug as you are now talking to me. I think realistically, 2% of people would want to have that second date.
You tell me if this is rape, okay? All right? You tell me if this is rape. Okay, so
yes,
I start... Okay. So this here, down here, this is 0%. This is normie, okay? Now, what I do is I'll come into a date and I'll start at about 30% of schizo. And most people find that very endearing and interesting. I'm much more interesting than regular people, right? Because I'm insane, okay? And then, over the course of the date, I'll ramp up by 5% like every 10 minutes. So I'll go to like 50%, and then 60, and then 70, and then 80. And then by the end of the first date, or maybe halfway through the second date, I'll hit 100% schizo, and that's my authenticity. But normie normies need an on-ramp to the amount of schizo I am. Now, you would say that this is inauthentic. I'm just ramping them up towards my level because normies struggle to cope. Okay? Normies struggle to cope.
What I'm saying is I can see how kids ended up in this situation because she has presented herself authentically. She hasn't done that, right?
Okay, wait. Let me explain.
And I'm like, if you're in a situation where you are authentically yourself, like Kid has done here, right? You would also only have dates with about 2% of those people. That's the point I'm making.
Here's my black pill. I don't really believe in that kind of authenticity. Let me explain. There is a difference.
But that's not my thing. I'm not saying you have to believe in it. I'm just saying that's what Kid has done, and that's why it's believable that that's the result she got.
Right. But it's the difference. Sure, fine, maybe we don't disagree. But what I'm saying is that there is a difference between being factful and being truthful, right? Factful is like saying, yeah, I make incel content online about how difficult it is to find a relationship. That's factful, right? Now, that may be real about you, but is that actually representative of who you are and your vibe as a person? Because if so, you're a miserable person to be around. But I think that Kidology, I'm being charitable here, I actually don't think she has this extra layer. But I think Kidology going in and saying, yeah, I'm a YouTube creator, I talk about issues between like gender relations and, you know, how difficult I found it to really engage with like relationships in the modern era. Right? Like, you can say the same truthful thing in two ways, and one of them is bleak as fuck and the other one is interesting. And I think she probably always defaults to the bleak one, partly to self-reinforce her inceldom, because she seems to like be very, very like tightly bound to that identity. She gets mad every time someone says she's not a proper incel, and I think she's just fucking miserable to be around because she's always saying bleak shit.
But my point is, right, say maybe the first date example, because she's being so authentically herself.
Is she a lesbian?
Let's say like a month into dating, right? A month into dating and your authentic self does emerge. I'd say you'd still only be compatible, like fully compatible with like 2% of people.
Well, but that's different.
She just like speed ran that first bit.
Yeah, but hold on a second.
Like the mask is falling. She's not masking. She's clearly not. She's like miserable, sure.
Yeah. Well, hold on, because I see what you mean, but that's different to what you said at the start, right? You said go on dates with 100 people, okay? That's very different to meeting your authentic self. Like, people don't get to know me until, like, I don't know, the 4th or 5th date properly. Like, yeah. Well, when I say get to know me, I mean, like, get into that, like, vulnerable place where you're, like,
the mask
talking about... Not just the mask, but, like, how do you explain it? Men can only be vulnerable after coming 3 times. That's my mathematical philosophy. There you go. That's the real truth. Okay. All right. Now, so the best way that you can get through to here's tip number 130 for finding a husband: make him come 3 times on the same night, and he'll tell you his deepest, darkest secrets. Then use them against him to secure a marriage pact.
Whoa.
But now I want to share with you the positives of speed dating and why I think you need to try speed dating if you have given up on dating apps, if you are disillusioned by dating apps, if you are disillusioned by dating in general. I would implore you to try speed dating at least a couple of times, because even though I've gone on a minimum of 100 speed dates, I have only gotten 2 matches and they haven't gone anywhere. I can make a video about that as well if you'd like. Let me know in the comments again if you'd like a video about that. I don't really know.
Please,
sometimes I don't know how open I should be on the channel. I don't know, because I do find that the more open
I don't care about these asides.
Tell you that
Stop
in future
going black and
episodes.
white.
I thank you in advance. But even though I've only gotten 2 matches, I am so happy that I have started speed dating and that I have gone to these speed dating events. And I will.
What happened? There you go.
Speed dating isn't meeting multiple people. It's just dating on cocaine. Did you know that?
Yeah, that's just me on Ritalin, dude. That's just me swiping super fast when I'm on meth. I take my pill in the morning, alright, I snort it so that it hits faster, and then I just go just swiping 4,000 profiles an hour. Yeah, basically the same thing, yeah. What do you think the other hand's doing?
The second reason why I think speed dating is so much better than online dating, and why I think you should speed date if you are looking to meet someone, is because there is a far smaller pool of people. There is an oftentimes ignored advantage in having a far smaller pool of people to choose from. And I would say that this is really my favorite part of speed dating. Dating apps have created the illusion of choice. They create a fear of missing out mindset among people.
This is actually a pretty good point. Yeah, like every time you could go on a date, there's like 7 more attractive people that you're talking to that you haven't got dates with yet, but you could get dates with, you know? Like there's always this like extra group of people. There's this like higher value group that you feel like maybe.
But don't you feel that when you just walk into every room that has attractive people in it?
No, because it's way easier for you to, if you actually have like if you actually have a conversation with someone at a party, it's very, very different. Like everyone else in the room kind of disappears. You're generally not like looking out and about. You're like connecting with someone. Whereas on an app, literally, you go to the chat and then you go through, you see 10 faces of women like in the chats, and then you like click on one of them, and then you answer the message, and then you back out, and you see 9 other women staring back at you. You know what I mean? It's like, it's frictionless. Like, at a party, you can't just, like, skip the same level of frictionlessness between different people.
I thought you were talking about, like, say you're on a first date with someone, and then after the first date, you're still swiping on the apps, you know? Because there's still
No. I'm talking about chats. I think speed dating is more comparable to the stage before you even go on that first date. It's just, like... You're just, like, doing the initial chat to see if there's any vibes. I think a lot of attraction is based on personality. Yeah, and I think this is really underrepresented and, like, undersold. Like, I think a lot of... I think it's why I do fairly well. Like, it's very much... You know, there are definitely dudes that are, like... are way more Chad or like model than I am. But then we see examples of how they talk to women like Wiz and Olive, and we understand why they catastrophically crumble and lose to the smooth talking dapper gentleman.
Dude, she was shy. That's not fair.
With higher status. Really, it's all about my bank account, to be honest. You know, it's just I just pay for the drinks, and then she knows what's up. There you go. I just pay for Field Platinum. And then she knows what's up. She knows I spent £500 a month on the little platinum symbol, and she knows that I'm paying for dinner. She's always shy. You're coping. You have not seen this bitch in Rust, okay?
I thought it was P for penis haver. I thought Field was the woke one.
Capital P.
They also create this perception that when you're talking to one person, you are inevitably paranoid because you are missing out on having a far better conversation with somebody better looking, somebody who is better emotionally for you. People are playing a numbers game. They are trying to get as many likes out as possible to increase their odds. Or they are trying to just get through the numerous likes that they are receiving from people who are generally just disappointing to them. In all of this, dating apps market themselves as being this great place where there's more choice and more variety, when in actual fact that creates more problems for us than otherwise. It's like being a kid in a candy store. At the end of the day, you either overconsume too much candy and just end up throwing up, or you can't decide.
No,
and the fact that you can't decide ruins the entire...
Store.
Explain.
She talk about herself? She's named Kid.
Oh my god.
Am I wrong? Hey, where'd you go? She's a kid in a candy store. Except she wasn't. She did really badly. She's a kid in a candy store where even the sweets were like, nah. Oh, dear. 100 dates and only meeting 2 people is crazy. This is so crazy. I think genuinely I might have to like look at myself if that happens. I'd have to like review myself. You better watch. I can smell you, you know. You smell sick. Yeah, I know what you're doing. I can smell you a fucking wild. You're like a rotting, bloated corpse.
How do you always know I'm coming? What the fuck? Just one of these times, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fucking get you, dude.
I'm just a magic. I'm just gonna
ha! Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Are you Catholic? Are you Catholic?
What?
Are you Catholic?
No, I just like Doctor Who and stuff.
What is it, like a Christian allegory for something?
You're doing a whole faith build. I'm over here doing the mage build.
experience in the first place. Or when you make a decision, you are always thinking that you could have made a better decision because that candy may have been better than the one that you've actually taken. And so you don't end up enjoying that candy anyway. And so what I found at these speed dating events is that you go there, you have this select group of people that you can choose from. And so you're not thinking about anybody else. You're not thinking that there is a better option out there. You're so anxious about the event, about the then and there, about being present then and in that moment, that there really isn't much time to be paranoid about other prospects that are out there beyond this event. And my general experience at all of these events that I've gone to has been one that I would call a 180 experience. Basically, I go to these events, I go into the room that it's hosted in, the cocktail bar, what have you. I'll have a first impression of who I'm attracted to. There'll typically be at least 2 people who I am somewhat attracted to. And I think, yes, okay, I know who I would like to potentially go on a second date with. By the end of the speed dating, I have done a complete 180. 9 times out of 10, the people who I initially found attractive, I no longer find attractive. And it's actually the people who I paid no attention to when I first went into the event, who I'm attracted to and who I want to go on a second date with.
Okay, here's my I have a...
You didn't know what she wants. She thinks she knows what she wants, but she doesn't. That's what this is.
I do feel like I'm in that second category.
She has an idea of what she wants. She's focusing too much on the idea that she misses the forest for the trees or whatever the fuck it is.
You probably, this is either going to be something where you call me a freak or you agree with me. I feel like the reason I do well at parties is because I'm the only man at the party that treats women like humans instead of women. That's a thing, right? That's the thing. That is the thing, right?
That still means you acknowledge them as not a human, by the way.
In what sense?
You said I treat them like humans and not women.
Yeah, exactly.
You should be treated like women, but you don't.
No, like all the other men are doing this weird shit where they treat a woman like a woman instead of a human. It's really fucking weird.
I say that depends on where you live and what kind of group it is.
Really? I'm
in London, that's the case, where they're all dude bros and shit like that. But if you're
I'm talking about regular house parties. I'm talking like regular house parties.
It depends. If it's like a house party with a chill friend group, they're not going to treat women like they're separate species.
All my friends are in like hospitality and shit. So I don't do parties with like my work people. I do it with my OGs who all work in like restaurants and bars and stuff. So it's that kind of. It's the working class.
Sounds like they're dumb then.
Yes, but they're all artistic. Like, they all have, like, cool music, and they're, like, struggling actors and shit. They're that kind of group of, they're, like, the kind of people
they only got into that because they wanted to chat up girls, okay? That's the
I'm mostly talking about the women. The dudes usually are the ones who actually have, good jobs, but, good jobs, but soulless jobs, you know what I mean? Like, not rich, but just, like, they're working, I don't know, they're in, like, marketing or whatever. Being the only person like that is bleak. Maybe it's just in the circles that I end up in. But I just there's like I feel like I've specifically witnessed the like realization on a woman's face at parties like multiple times where they'll talk to me for 5 minutes and then 5 minutes and I swear I can see the look on their face where they're like, wait, I just had an actual conversation and the guy wasn't weird the whole time. And the standard is so
that's
low.
Weird, because usually if I'm at like a party, I'll introduce people into talking to each other, or I'll include people into conversations.
I do that too.
And they're kind of like forced to, like they can't like suddenly treat women like they're objects if we're talking about something specific. You know?
I see what you mean. Well, I guess no, you're right. I think I think I spend 50% of the time doing that kind of group thing, and then 50% of the time just like happening to like talk to a girl that's sitting next to me or whatever. Or a dude, like I'm not just going to parties to like I'm not just orbiting women. It sounds like I mean, here's my thing. I'll go to a party.
This is who you sided with, Olive. Just remember.
Yeah. No, shut the fuck up and listen. Okay, all right. My thing at a party is I want to make everyone like me, and I want to make everyone have fun. Those are the two things. Okay. So I'll like run around and I'll just like get to know everyone, and then I'll start like throwing people at each other based on like little related connecting things that I noticed, and it ends up being fun. I think that's nice.
And I think for me, this has really exposed the true power of engaging with a person rather than a profile. You are in full proximity and touch with a person's scent, with their smell, with their dexterity, with their particular idiosyncratic quirks, with the way that they hold themselves, how they present themselves. You see their little insecurity.
This okay.
Yep.
Or their little shy ways of doing things and what have you. You're really in touch with a human being, a full human being, in all their truth and honesty, at least insofar as they are presenting themselves to you. And I think this is another thing that I quite like about these events. People can't sort of feign an appearance or an image for very long, especially when you are going on such high intensity dates in such a frequent and short span of time. You really can't keep up an image of pretense for very long. It's been fascinating to me, but also so revealing.
I'm black and white, okay? All right, don't forget the second part. Jesus.
You're mostly white, dude.
Whoa.
So your outline is black. And that's the same as me.
No, look, I'm shaded. You can't tell. Black doesn't mean...
No, look, you're still just...
black.
Your shades of white.
Well, you can't tell. I'm black and white. How could you tell?
Your hat isn't even black. It's grey.
Well, it's grey because it goes with my darker complexion. Is the astrologer class sort of a mage? Yeah, it's a mage.
Stop giving Cheeto, I love you. I love you. Look up guides in the game. Stop using Chris to learn how to play the game. He's only going to confuse you.
Chris?
He's been using Chris to learn how to play Elden Ring.
Oh my god, Chris is horrible at Elden Ring.
Chris plays Elden Ring with mods. And Cheeto's like, how does this work? And it's like, don't, Cheeto. Just play the game, please.
Do not watch Chris play Elden Ring.
He puts Sekiro mods in Elden Ring. And I have to be like, brother.
Oh my god, he's like, you know what this
so it could be anime. So it could be anime in Elden Ring.
This needs more Japan. Jesus Christ.
I love you, Cheeto, but I can't help you. I can't help you.
Preferences actually emotionally and instinctively manifest, which is not in the way that I would preemptively imagine that they would. And I think we all know this deep down. I think we all know that our particular preferences for particular kinds of aesthetics and people and individuals with particular kinds of things going on really don't match up to what we actually find ourselves attracted to when we get to know somebody or when we're face to face with particular people. I think social media creates this comfortable yet false illusion that we know our preferences, that we can find our preferences, but in actual fact things are a lot more in-depth.
Oh, she agrees with me, dude. She agrees with me, dude. Yes, you think you know what you want, people think they know what they want, but actually what they really need is someone who's much smarter than them to manipulate them into liking new things that represent that person who is manipulating them. That's the real way.
I'm just gonna say here, if you're agreeing with her on dating takes, that means you fucking lost.
I'm so right, dude. I'm so right, dude. No, it's
if you and Kid have come to the same conclusion here, it's over. You're on the wrong side.
It's so universal that even this. It's so universally true that even this freak agrees with it. She's speaking truth from the wrong end of the spectrum, but we are converging around
I've never been more vindicated.
A shared truth. Yes, people need to be manipulated.
That the heart cannot be so predictably or consistently determined.
There you go. I determine your heart. That's how it works.
Oh yes, conversation skills. This is another incredible thing about speed dating. It is scary and completely horrifying to put yourself out there. It really is. No matter how many speed dates I have gone on, I still feel this intense anxiety for at least the first 20 minutes of being in a speed dating event. And I have found it so advantageous having to make conversation, having to make different conversation, an interesting conversation with a number of different people with different personalities.
I'm nervous up until she laughs at my first joke, which will usually be 90 seconds in, because I'll say something dumb very, very quickly, and then I'm fine. Yeah, my biggest fear is that they just won't get my thing at all, and then they won't get my thing later. Oh! What about you, Wiz?
I just accept that fact, dude.
That's stupid.
And then I just like enjoy her trying to guess on my thing.
Oh! So I will.
It's
to
just
be clear,
weird.
To be clear,
they never assume I'm weird.
If it goes badly, like butchering, it becomes part
my
of the fun,
favorite thing is being on a date and like saying something, and like you're talking to girls, and one of their favorite things to do is to try and finish your sentence for you, and they never get it right.
Oh no!
They never ever get it right, and it's very funny to me because they assume I look like I'm just like everyone else I look like.
Right.
You know.
So I was at work. No, the Bionicle Museum the other day.
Yeah, it's literally shit like that, dude.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, last weekend I was at. Oh, you were at this festival? No, I was at the Transport Museum.
Fucking hell!
Looking at fucking tube carriages.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So at one of these events, I was very attracted, very attracted to this woman. And I know that I'm very attracted to somebody when we are the complete opposite, and that means nothing to me. She was very into astrology, and in my mind, I was saying, I know nothing about astrology. I have no real interest in astrology, but I will grab a pen and paper. I will write notes. I will read notes. I will do research, and I will write a PhD on astrology as long as you are teaching me. Anyway.
That is such male behavior. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a complete fucking lie as well.
I trained myself to like astrology because I was dating a witch. And I think I'm glad that I like astrology now. Because I think I learned...
Yeah.
Do you know what I learned, Wiz? I'm going to give you some lifelong wisdom, okay? Because you're a young man, okay? I think
it's easy to manipulate women via their stars.
Oh no! Oh no! You got me! Fuck! God damn it! Oh fuck! God damn it! Oh, never mind. Well, yes, correct.
Way. During
extremely useful means of manipulation for the astrology kiddies. Astrology people are always weird about indigenous
astrology people are just like hippies. They're just weirdly racist, but in a different way.
Yeah, they're the other kind of racist hippie. Of the 7 varieties of racist hippie, they are in fact one of those varieties. I do
varieties of spice of life.
No, I was actually gonna say I have an idea about you know what, hold on.
Our conversation, she wanted to show me something on her phone, and I just remember my heart sinking because I saw her screensaver and her lock screen, and both of them were of some famous blonde hair, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, vivacious, stereotypically like gorgeous surfer woman. And I knew I had no chance. I just knew. I knew from that. I was like, okay, I can see that you have a particular type of woman, and I do not meet that. So my heart sank. But at the same time, I was in the midst of a very interesting, good conversation, and I could have just sort of retreated into.
What is this bullshit? What is this idea that people only have one type? It's so retarded. It's not true. Excuse me. Some people like snails. No, but like this
Weird
idea.
Having someone that you don't date as your lock screen, though.
What? Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's like Gunnar behavior.
But yeah, but look at this incel reinforcement mechanism. Like, she truly has no understanding of how shit works. Like, what the fuck? You see a picture of a hot woman on another hot woman's phone, and you're like, well, I don't have any shot with her. Like, what the fuck? Do you think that girls who are like into Harry Styles are going to like only date boys that look like Harry Styles? Absolutely not. Opposite, in fact. They very rarely find a boy that's like Harry Styles, and most guys who look like Harry Styles are pricks.
Though, how about this? If it's not a celebrity, though, if it is just like a guy on her phone that is her wallpaper, that's a little bit more kind of like,
Oscar, this is cursed. I don't
maybe this person's holding this off for someone else.
There's no way this is gonna work, Oscar. This looks so fucking scuffed. Also, you didn't create the... Hold on, let me see.
Downloads.
Shut the fuck up. No, you're wrong. You're wrong. You tricked me, you prick. I know what I'm doing. It's here. Oh, there it's here.
You download it first, dude. Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck did you make? Oscar, what is this? This is hard.
What is?
Oh wait, it kind of works.
No, it doesn't.
Wait, hold on.
It's supposed to be on your chin only, I think. It's
Wait, let me cook.
making me unwell.
Let me cook.
It's making me so unwell.
let me cook. Okay, hold on.
A very clearly fake beard. I should have given myself a little mustache for this. But the moment I get a mustache, it's never coming off my avatar. That does look more like a detective, though. That does make a difference.
Yeah, but I need you to make the talk version of this because I'm currently, my mouth is just exiting the. It's kind of good. I think Oscar kind of cooked. I'm surprised. It kind of works. Obviously, I have to put it in a bit more carefully. I'm pretty happy with that, actually. That's kind of sick.
Ooh. Ooh. Give me chills.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it works. I'm just gonna leave it like this.
To myself and into my shell. Could have not been as confident going into that date as I was initially, but I had to make a snap decision. And I decided, you know what? This is a very rare opportunity for me. Firstly, I'm very attracted to this woman. I do not know why, but I am. And secondly, because I'm attracted to her, I can actually flirt with her, and it is genuine flirting. I'm genuinely flirting.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. There's a girl I'm dating right now, and she's actually giving me, like, this Kidology is giving me so many of her vibes.
Oh, is she just posh?
Yeah, kind of. She's a bit autistic, like a little bit autistic as well, in a kind of a similar mannerisms kind of way. I guess she is posh. She's Indian though, but similar kind of vibes.
Whoa.
Flirting with a woman who I'm actually attracted to. And so this firstly allows me the opportunity to practice flirting, and it also offers me an opportunity to try and see whether my flirting works, whether she actually reciprocates and actually likes me and may want to go on a second date with me. And that's what I really like about speed dating. Because you go on so many dates with people, you can actually try things out. You can actually try your, as pickup artists call it, your quote-unquote game. I've actually discovered that I can flirt. And you know, I tried things that I would not have in my wildest dreams thought I could do. I flirted so hard with this woman. I was staring not into her eyes. When I say I was staring into her soul, I could see the bottomless pit of abandoned surfer girls, okay? I was touching her hands, complimenting like her skin, her tattoos, caressing her tattoos, having a good giggle and things that were probably not very funny on reflection. I remember she said that she liked the smell of the bar, and I said, actually, that's not the bar, that's me, it's my perfume. And she said, oh really? And I was like, yes, take a whiff. I was putting.
This is so depressing, dude. Why is this giving me such bad vibes?
I know, same. I don't know. I don't know why either.
It's so cursed. Let me think for a second. Let's analyze this. We have to unpack this. Why is this so fucked?
Maybe because it's just red pill tactic.
It's
I've never seen red pill so utilized within lesbian dating.
That's it. It's weird
like
to see. It's weird to see women doing the. It's like it's a pattern break to see women doing this. It's also not just like. It's not just about red pill. It's like there are components of this. I get like 30-year-old understanding lessons that a 19-year-old should be learning vibes as well. You know what I mean? It's like very stunted emotional and social growth.
Well, she doesn't strike me as someone that went clubbing in uni. Like, she's missing those weird key learning.
Yeah,
parts,
it's like I find it weird to
the very awkward first, second year of uni.
I find it really I find it really weird for someone to excitedly talk about how good they were at flirting in that kind of way of like, oh my god, dude, I like touched her hand and then I had this line, and then I did this, and then it does feel very like teenager, like dumb fucking like first year uni bullshit, you know? Like it feels very strange and immature, which lends me to feel like
well, it's just
like,
putting a lot of weight into otherwise inconsequential actions, right?
Yeah, I guess so. It's like it's a lot of focus.
But I think that's a very like normal thing that women do whilst dating. You know, they like, and then he grabbed my hand. You know,
do they do that in that? No. Well, if they're super analyzing whether a guy likes them, I guess. Let me think for a second. I guess maybe you're right.
But it's just weird because you don't usually get that from the.
But it's about the vibes.
I don't want to say like aggressors vibe, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, I think part of my issue is that like the vibe is she's fixated so heavily on the physical markers of like the interaction
we need Olive
rather than the vibe of the interaction. Olive doesn't understand women. She's a woman. No one understands women less than women.
More insight.
I don't think so. Olive, mother. Mother!
Clap, 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 clap,
Mother!
Clap.
Mother! Mother! Mother!
She could be dead. Mother! I think she's dead. I think she's abandoned us and she's died somewhere horribly. She's horribly dead and she's gone forever. We never got to say goodbye.
Wiz, make the little feeding bird noises. Women respond to that. You know, like we need to be fed. Wah! Wah! Wah!
Sorry. Yeah, if you do this noise, it attracts foxes because they think it sounds like wounded rabbits.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, okay, you do that. I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna hit the tone of like a high pitched baby squeal because I think women come running to that as well.
I need to be careful wearing this deer stalker, otherwise I just become a Tory impression.
Yeah, true. Especially with the pipe and the microphone. You look like you look like a podcaster. You look like a British podcaster.
Hello. Yes. It's getting terrible, the immigration. They keep coming across the beaches and there's no job left for any of us.
Absolutely.
No, I haven't worked in years. Daddy made sure I never had to work.
It on just layers. If it was a cake, the amount of frosting that I was just slapping
Wow, it's like you pressed a button that just immediately made that noise.
onto it was just so obvious, but it was so much fun. Did it work? No, it didn't work. It did not match with me, unfortunately, but I am so happy that I was able to actually try flirting with somebody who I was actually attracted to and to prove to myself that it wasn't the end of the world that she didn't reciprocate my feelings. Moral of the story, the flirting didn't work insofar as why I was flirting, but she did
I'm gonna go meta for a second. I'm just gonna say, I think that most streams that do like a superficial view of content like this, do it because they're lazy and because they don't want to get in too deep. I think we do it because we're so intelligent that we can suss out the deep truths about any content within about 30 minutes. That's how I feel. I feel like we just understand everything as it comes through the pipeline far faster than your average
I think we're just reactionaries.
That too. I do hate women. That's part of it.
Reciprocate my flirting, and we were having a lot of back and forth flirting throughout the night, which I really enjoyed, and it really boosted my confidence in the moment, and it was just such good practice just for the future. I was quite proud of myself actually for really putting it on thick. And so I found this helpful, ironically, in being able to now tell whether somebody is or isn't attracted to me. And I'm pretty much in tune with that.
I could never imagine thinking about dating this hard.
Yeah, this is crazy. I
don't dissect my interactions with people. I never do that.
God, true. I have this. There's a really important rule. Actually, hey, freaks, hey, schizos, incels, etc. Most of our audience probably dates. There is one rule I give all of my retarded friends when it comes to dating, and it's do not think about people more than they think about you. That is the worst possible mistake you can ever make. Now, most of you should have learned this when you crushed on a girl when you were 15 and thought about her for a year and then gave her a Valentine's card and then she projected it in front of the school assembly and made fun of you in front of 400 people. Most of you should have learned the lesson during that very specific experience that we all shared, that all happened to all of us. That one.
I choose you.
Exactly. But... yeah, I think that's a lesson you should learn back then. The fact that people still do this thing of like, even my fucking partner does this. She'll come home and she'll be like, I don't know if I was retired. I think I said something stupid on the date. And I'm like, because I don't acknowledge her presence. That's how you keep a woman in line.
Wow.
I did that, but after another 10 years, we ended up together. Do not follow Oscar's life advice for anything. Oscar creates puppets for two mentally ill people to scream at black women about. Okay? That's where Oscar's life is. Do not take his advice on anything. At all. Give him money, for sure, but donate to him as you would donate to an important cause like Israel-Palestine. That's how you should see donating money to the stream. We are very much the equivalent of the Gaza Relief Fund. But just for one man who draws puppets for two people who are trying to destroy the world through a nuclear holocaust as quickly as possible. Oscar Wiz Smug. Oscar is the best. That is true. This stream has a good cop schizo cop dynamic and it's great. Wait, who's the good cop? Who's the good cop?
I'm the good cop, dude.
You're the good cop? Nice, I'm the schizo cop.
Always a good cop.
I'm a fucking wild card.
Of the time when I'm at these dating events. And this is another reason why I think that speed dating is so much better than online dating.
Okay, that said, I do want to look at one more video of hers, because there's another one I'm looking at here that seems interesting, and maybe that's a good place to kind of wrap up our analysis. Dating preferences, a very open and honest conversation. Do you want to take a look at this one?
Whoa. By who? By who?
By her, by her, by her.
Wow.
Let's have a look.
All right, so...
Wow! Oh, God.
Oh, different mic, different mic alert.
Different mic alert, different mic alert.
Is she still holding it on a fork?
I have brain damage. I have brain damage. Boop. And then... What is wrong with my shit, Wiz? You can literally look at it, and you can see that it's just not doing what it should be doing.
Yeah, overload.
Why?
You got too many things in there. You need to read them.
There we go. Okay. Alright.
She's the opposite of Seanhead. She's always got good cameras.
Yes. But that's because she wants to look... She wants to look unflattering to reinforce her incel image. That's why. She's HD mogging herself.
So we're doing this because people are making some pretty hefty assumptions that...
Oh,
no, she's still holding it on a fork.
We're gonna see if we're gonna see if we got it wrong. We're gonna see if we got it wrong. Let's find out.
That I think we need to discuss not just about me, but just generically when it comes to dating, when it comes to standards, and when it comes to preferences.
All right.
Salutations and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Kidology and I make videos about everything and anything to do with modern society. And that regrettably includes myself. So this is in a sense a part 2 to my latest video, which is titled Men Reject Women Too, That's Life, and That's Why I'm Celibate.
What a thumbnail, Jesus.
Yeah,
okay,
Christ. Something
something along those lines. And
that's not how you do thumbnails, lady. Come to us, okay? We figured out the algorithm. How many views do we have on our last video, Wiz?
We got like at least 10.
There's at least 10 people watched our shit, alright, man? Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good out here. Bro, this is Brett Cooper. Why aren't we... Is it because we released it on the weekend? We've made the mistake. We did the error.
Weekend,
oh,
dude.
God, we're such idiots.
we appreciated, firstly, the comments.
The click-through
Everybody
rate is amazing. We did really good on that video. Oh, well.
was really so kind and so thoughtful,
really.
and it really seemed to resonate
Yeah.
with
Okay, well, since hello chat, hi everyone. Since you have failed to spread the video amongst your friends and families, guess what you're getting next week? More Destiny and Hassan content, because that's what you want. 2.5k views, 500 views, Mr. Beast, 800 views, Mr. Beast. Brett Cooper, 100 views. Hassan and Destiny, 2,400 views. You want slop? You get slop. You ungrateful motherfuckers.
Bullshit content.
If you want good content, give us money or give us views. But if you give us neither, we will give you Destiny Hassan. Okay? All right. Okay. There you go.
9 likes on that video. There's 30 of you watching on YouTube alone. Just go like that fucking video.
Jesus Christ, go like the video, you fucks, alright? Give us some of that, comment on it, comment in all caps.
At least, even if you don't like it, just like it so it spreads to other people like a virus.
I can't even tell if the shilling is ironic anymore. It's not, is it? We've got a 5% click-through rate on this video. It's so good. Why the fuck... The stats are so good and we just get no traffic on the impressions.
Yeah, because it only showed it to our subscribers for some reason.
Yeah. We got shadow banned. Don't let the deep state stop us, okay? We got shadow banned. We need
usually our YouTube homepage is like 90% and this time it's only 50%.
Jesus Christ.
Meaning is it's all from the subscribers.
Yeah.
a lot of people. So this in absolutely no way reflects even a percentage of the comments that I got. But I think it is important to actually expand on some things. A lot of underlying assumptions that were made about why I am, for instance, celibate, and also just assumptions being made about particularly the kind of men that I'm interested in. So once again, this is going to be a bit of a personal one, but I think I can sort of tie it in an interesting way to a lot of arguments and points that hopefully resonate and relate to you. Maybe you've been rejected because you like far-right white men who want white women, or at least women who pick better wigs. I felt bad typing it, but somebody needs to tell this young woman the very obvious truth. Also, this wig is very tired and overused. I know she can afford one with at least more tracks. Okay, firstly, I have never...
What's a track?
I have never worn wigs.
Okay.
Do you wear wigs? Will you wear wigs?
Is that... I didn't realize it was a wig. I had no idea.
No, she's going to say it's not a wig.
secret that I wear not wigs but weaves. It is really not a secret. In fact, millions of women across the world throughout history, as well as men, have been wearing wigs, have been dyeing their hair, have been cutting and styling their hair. It is kind of a tenet of being in society, not just modern society, but pretty much any society in human existence and history. I think a reality that a lot of, especially I would say modern men, need to realize is that the woman who they see with beautiful, long, luscious hair, it isn't actually their hair. There are a lot of secrets with regards to a woman's beauty and beauty routines and procedures that are deemed to be natural, which really are not. And it's absolutely...
Bro, I actually ran into this with a girl I like. I had this moment where I realized she had these like incredibly long, like it was like down to her waist, like huge curly hair, and I thought, oh my god, wow, her hair's so beautiful. And then I found out it's a wig.
I don't think I've ever met a girl who wears wigs. Like dated wise, I probably met one in person.
Yeah, let me. I'll show you her.
Extensions are a bit different, but you don't really wear them on the daily, you know.
Yeah, this was the moment that I thought it was real, dude. I thought she was real. I thought she was real, dude. I thought this hair was real, Wiz. I thought Charlie's hair was real.
You're an idiot. Of course, celebrities wear wigs.
Yeah, but
you ever seen Hannah Montana? It's like the #1. The whole point of that show is she just puts a wig on and she's a celebrity.
Yeah, but she's had this hair super consistently for like 2 years.
Yeah, because it's a wig.
I thought she grew it out. I thought she grew it out, man. I thought she grew it out.
Costume.
Oh,
she's
man.
a Doctor Who monster.
So upsetting.
How do you not know this?
But look how cool her hair is. It's all bumpy. It's looking all bad. Oh, look, it's all crazy wild.
It's very obviously a wig.
I know that now. I'm an idiot. Look, I was blinded. I was blinded by love. Okay, I was blind. Look how cool this scene is, where she just climbs up.
Whoa, her hair is exactly the same length in every single video for 4 years. Copyright.
I know. I'm just trying to piss you off. All right. Oh god, I'm so disappointed, man. Smug, do you remember when Billy went blonde for the Happier Than Ever photo shoot, but kept wearing the black and red wig for months afterwards and no one knew? I like Billie Eilish. I like her music a lot. I don't follow her as a personality in the way that I do Charlie. Charlie's the only one I allow myself that.
Wow.
Absolutely
and you're consistently
fine.
disappointed.
It really...
Yeah, the only person I allow myself to think about more than she thinks about me is Charlie. But I think it's even. I think she thinks about me as much as I think about her. She says she thinks about all of her angels equally.
Yeah, she thinks you're gross.
No. I went to a concert, and she made eye contact with me in the crowd. She looked at me. She made eye contact. It was in Alley Pally.
What's this slug doing here?
No.
What's this freaking slug doing here?
Oh.
Years. I, for instance, when I was at university, never wore makeup, no cosmetics. I did not wear wigs or weaves, anything of the sort. And when I left university, I started experimenting with makeup and cosmetics and with wigs and weaves. And honestly, I have been treated like a woman, and I have been treated with attention that I actually prefer and like. Men find me more attractive when I look like this. Women also find me more attractive when I look like this. And I like that because I am a human being and it makes me feel better. I feel more comfortable. Of course, there are flaws in anything and there are problems with anything. For instance, I recognize now that I do have quite an unhealthy obsession with makeup. I, for instance, cannot even go out and put out the rubbish without making sure that I have at least some concealer on.
I'm kind of the same. Not with makeup, but like I don't like leaving the house without looking really nice. Like I always dress well. No matter
I need
what
a shower. I need to wash my bum and stuff.
Yeah. No, I cannot.
That's only because I don't want to be smelly.
But it's not even. I cannot leave the house without a shower. I just can't.
I
can't do it.
I feel like I feel gross if I don't shower.
Yeah,
it's like a
me
feeling
too.
on my skin.
I wonder if it's an ADHD thing. Maybe we're just hypersensitive to like feeling a bit sweaty. Maybe it's neurodivergence striking its ugly head again. Every time we agree on anything, the only reason is because we're both the exact same kind of retarded, and everything else about us is different. It's just that. The only thing that me and Wiz bond over is that we have the same mental illness. Nothing else. That's it. It's the only time we're on the same page. Yeah, true. Just find
everything that defines a person.
Just find the TikTok group of people that has the same mental illness as you, and you'll do fine.
I cannot go out with my natural hair ever. I just can't. It's a thing just with me personally. But, you know, it is what it is. We all have...
I mean, I style my hair every day. I can't go out without styling my hair.
Yeah,
like
I'm the same.
Yeah, okay, alright, so there we go.
I mean, I can go out to take the bins out. I can take the fucking bins out without even showering.
No, I won't. No, I won't take. But I live in an apartment.
Yeah,
so
but you
like,
gotta walk down a whole fucking maze. You gotta go through 3 security doors, walk past 10 dodgy landlords.
Yeah, I gotta say hi to the
people on their commute to work.
I gotta say hi to the to Bradley, the sniper posted at the gates. Who you gotta
enter 4 codes, then wave into the camera so they can do an ID scan to make sure you're allowed out of your own house.
Yeah, I have to dip my genitals into the genital inspection pod just to make sure that only cis people are going.
And they have to extract your cum to make sure it's you and your biological materials are there.
Yeah, and then they grow and keep my
children
children
you
hostage.
To make a little child, and then they interrogate your clone for you while you wait. Yeah. And if he answers correctly, they terminate him and allow you through the door.
Yeah, exactly. I have so many dead children.
Insecurities, so I don't think we should be...
It's worth it because there's a herb garden on the roof.
Whoa, is that a weed farm or?
I am actually moving to a place that has. Oh, this might be docs actually.
Shamed about that because I make no secret.
Like all of them, it's crazy, dude. There's like a gardener that comes by, and they like just cultivate a bunch of herbs. Everyone, I'm moving to the bougiest fucking.
Dude, I've been buying little slugs and chucking them on that shit.
That I am wearing a weave. I am also very aware that it doesn't look like natural hair, and that obviously is not the aim here.
I can't tell the difference. Clearly, based on that Charlie XCX rant I just went on.
Well, most wigs are made out of human hair.
Oh, nice.
Do you know that? Do you know about how the wig industry works?
Yeah. You sell your hair because hair worth money.
Unironically, it's like they go around villages in India where they have a tradition of shaving women's heads and take all the hair from there, and most of them become wigs.
Nice. There you go. Indian hair.
It's very exploitative.
Is it? But they're doing it anyway. They're shaving their head anyway.
Well, the cultural practice came from the idea the hair was getting rounded up.
Oh. So you're saying that it's unethical to commodify the body parts of a population unable to speak for itself?
Sure.
Interesting.
If the population is not a fucking dog or shit.
Maybe not a fucking dog, but what about an eating dog? Different species.
Eating dog? Is that like a Chinese dog?
It's like, yeah, exactly. You've got dogs for fucking and dogs for eating.
Whoa. To be fair, most Chinese food is really good. I bet your dog tastes amazing.
Well, they scare the dogs and they bully them. They bully the dogs to make the meat taste different. It's like a whole thing. They scare the dogs.
Holy, I bet it tastes amazing.
Probably. That's you wouldn't. Why would you? You wouldn't brutally torture the dogs unless it made the meat taste better. You wouldn't just do it randomly.
Of which is insecurities, as well as an almost non-existent self-image when it comes to not wearing makeup, not wearing a weave, etc. But
alright, this part is boring and also sad.
This is something that I get a lot in not just my videos and not just in the comment section, but also in emails. I love reading your emails when I have the time, but I do spend 90% of my time not on the internet. This is my job, so I don't respond to emails hardly ever, only on the very off and rare occasions, so I do apologize for that. I rarely respond to emails.
Wait, I spend 90% of my time not on the internet. This is my job. What?
She makes her videos without going on the internet.
Okay, that probably explains why she talks like a freak from 20 years ago.
But how would you know to make videos if you don't spend time on the internet? Yeah, I think it's a prerequisite. You have to spend a lot of time on the internet to start making videos.
Well, she's probably just like offered her anecdotal experience over the last like decade, probably.
But why would you start making videos unless you understand the space?
I don't know. Let's go to the oldest videos. How long? Like oldest video 3 years ago. She's only been doing this for 3 years. Wow, how old videos?
Yeah, but to get started, you have to know the space in the first place.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I've only been doing this, what, 3-4 months? And I've been on the internet a very long time.
Well, yeah, but you're terminally online.
Wop wop.
Get owned.
Also, by the way, here in Scotland, the sun's only just starting to set.
What does that mean?
Where it's only just starting to set. It's still like sunny currently.
Oh, it's dark up here.
All right, so we're doing this because people are making some pretty hefty assumptions that I deem to be a mansion living.
White guys.
It may take me about a year to get to your email, but I get a lot.
I don't
but
care.
Just the emails that I only am friends with white people and that I have a racial preference. Now, I want to be very clear. I have absolutely no problem with preferences. In fact, all human beings, irrespective of what they try to purport, have preferences for everything. Not just humans and relationships, but just even what they put into their gob at the beginning of the day. Preferences are just a part of life. However, I think in this day and age, especially with social media and especially with dating apps, which I absolutely loathe in every sense of the word, we have placed our preferences above real life. Because the thing is, when I reflect on all the individuals whom I have actually been in relationships with, all the individuals whom I've fallen in love with, whom I've been even physically attracted to, none of them fit into any of my preferences at all. None of them fits perfectly into my preferences in any shape or form. And I think that is what is not only scary about life, but also kind of beautiful and exciting about it. Because I never imagined that I would be physically attracted to the people whom I have gone to bed with in my wildest dreams.
I'm bored. I'm bored.
How's she celibate then? What's going on?
I don't know. I just got bored of listening to her. I don't know what it is. Something just
Is she like trying to be like retroactively celibate? Is that what
I just hit my threshold of not being able to listen to women.
Or is she like is she just being like, yeah, it's been a while? Is that what that is?
No,
like she's signaling it's been a while by calling herself celibate.
Her whole identity is based around being like a legit incel. It's because she doesn't want.
She said she's gone to bed with people.
Yeah, but she hasn't got like relationships with people.
That's not what that is.
Well, that's how she defines it. Are you gonna go against herself?
Fucking bullshit then.
Her self-identity. Oh, okay. Are trans people bullshit? Is their self-identity not valid, Wiz?
It's Pride Month. I can't answer. I can't answer.
Oh no! Yeah, the
Pride squads will be on me.
The pro gay
Pride death squads.
The Pride death squads. Oh,
I swear I'm woke. I swear I'm woke.
Yeah. Woof woof. Put your hands up. Woof.
Their stormtroopers are so fabulous.
It's the puppy stormtroopers with those fucking, the horrible like dog masks. It's the puppy death squad. The puppy death
fully
squad.
Leather.
Yeah, they come in. They
SS
bring
uniform
in their,
up to their head, and that's where the dog.
Yeah, the gays love that uniform.
SS uniform, but with assless chaps.
Yes, and they bring in the K9 unit, but it's just guys doing pet play.
It's just a puppy guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's just like he jumps on you and tries to like bite your throat.
And you have to let him sniff your crotch as well.
for the drug test, yeah. See if you've been taking the cool drug. You can only take gay drugs.
If you don't get aroused, that's why you get death squatted.
Yep. Yeah, you have to hide the
Woke
cis
check.
straights.
Woke check.
Hide the cis straights under the floorboards.
Yep.
I hear club music pumping from beneath the floorboards.
Is that country music I heard on my way up here?
Yeah.
No, dude, no.
Is that
No,
garage?
No,
is that garage
I was
house?
pumping to Sophie.
Yeah, is that garage house? Is that bare basic EDM? Oh god. 180 BPM drum and bass. Oh god, straight music, good times.